One of the nicest things in this channel and the videos I like making the most is introducing new musicians like Laurens de Man.
A pleasure.
Welcome here. Laurens is from the Netherlands and he just recorded etudes by Louie Becker. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, also Schubert waltzes. But let's first get to know you a little bit better. We are, in a way, through colleagues, right?
That's true, yeah, sure. Well, of course, you studied piano and organ in Amsterdam a few years ago. And I did the same.
Decades ago, so...
We actually share an organ teacher, the late Jacques van Oortmerssen, who sadly passed away a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I think his memory is still with us.
Jacques was here in the same room 1 month before he passed away, and he was talking about you. He said, Wim, keep an eye on this guy. So here we are. So you studied both organ and piano?
Yeah.
Is it something that you feel like doing both? So mix organ and piano in your life as a musician?
Well, I started playing the piano when I was 6, I think. And when I was 11 or so, I started playing the organ, and I always did both. I studied parallel 2 bachelors and 2 masters, and it always felt very natural to me.
Your organ is in Utrecht, in which church?
The Janskerk is a very beautiful medieval church in the center. It has a beautiful 19th century organ.
So, what actually brings you here?
Well, I enjoyed your channel for a few years, and then you invited me just to come around and see the wonderful instruments that are over here. And then we talked about music, and you came up with some very beautiful old scores that were donated to you by the German musicologist Lorenz Gradient. And one of those scores is the Etudes by Louie Becker. It's standing here on the piano. Yeah. A very beautiful old book, a first print from 1819, I think. And those etudes are actually fascinating. Louie Becker is a very unknown figure today. I never heard of him.
Me neither.
But actually he was a very important figure in musical life. He was a pupil of Clementi and was a teacher of, amongst others, Mendelssohn and his sister. So he's not Mr. Nobody, as you would say. When he was young, Becker composed piano sonatas, amongst others a sonata pathétique in C minor, which starts with the Grave, exactly stolen from Beethoven. And then later on in his life, he approached his romantic style, and you start hearing Schubert and Chopin in his music. And it's a very interesting bridge figure, I would say. It's also very very interesting to note that he actually was the first to set the famous poems by Wilhelm Müller, Die schöne Müllerin, to music. Actually before Schubert composed his famous cycle, Die schöne Müllerin.
And so coming from, you're practicing on a modern piano mostly, or most of the time? Coming here to the Fritz, what was your experience?
Well, it's an extremely beautiful instrument. It looks stunning and it sounds extremely colorful and inspiring. But it's not a very easy instrument to play, as are most old pianos. It has a very sensitive touch. It responds very easily to what you do. And it's a really big effort to make a beautiful legato and to make a beautiful phrasing and to keep control of your sound.
The music sounded beautiful on this piano, and probably this is also the kind of style piano that Berge must have known then?
Exactly.
Where did he work?
He worked in Berlin, but he traveled in his life. He was actually in England and in Russia. He also had contact with John Field.
So really the Clementi school and...
Exactly, this early new romantic style. And this piano is a copy of an instrument from 1816.
True.
And the etudes were composed in 1819, approximately. So it's a very close match, and it feels really good to play them here.
Yeah, for me these etudes again were a kind of discovery, as was your Schubert, the waltzes you played. I think for many of us these waltzes by Schubert or these dances it's not played often. And you asked me, you sent me a message, text message or whatever, if you could add this to the project, and I say yes, of course. And I was completely floored by the music. It's great music. So can you tell us a little bit how you came up with the idea to record some waltzes by Schubert and actually skipped, for now, his major works?
Of course, we all know and love his wonderful big works, those beautiful great piano sonatas, the big symphonies, the songs. But he was also a person that really enjoyed playing for his friends and improvising dances all night long. And actually in this way he composed, I believe, 400 dances or so.
Okay.
And it's incredible music because it's not of this big scale, but it has exactly this Schubert voice, this incredible optimism mixed with this melancholy, and it's really... And
it must, when I listened to those waltzes, for me, for the first time, I heard so much pre-echoes of the music of Chopin.
Exactly.
Mazurkas, that kind of music, this kind harmonic changes even, that could be one-on-one. Copy-paste by Chopin. It's absolutely stunning to see the connection between music that we might not know that much today, which had an enormous influence in that time. So 400 dances and waltzes.
Well, he loved to improvise. There's descriptions of him just playing for his friends on parties in the evening. And he would also dance to this music, actually.
Okay, that's also interesting to see the connection between real dance. Okay, so looking forward to that. And also for me, this is like, the spirit of Jacques van Oortmerssen is here in between us. And I feel grateful that, you're here. Also grateful to him. Maybe it's a little bit emotional to say that. I was maybe not one of his first students, but on the early ones, you're actually one of his last students. And so that we can bring this together in this circle, it makes me actually very, very happy. So, and officially, I would like to welcome you here on board. And we all, I think, are looking forward to hear more of your music that you're going to bring. And I'm sure many of the viewers will start to follow you also on your YouTube channel, which has some really, really nice recordings. I will link it in the description box. And so, if you want to stay on top of everything that we do, and especially Laurens is going to bring for us, hit that subscribe button, and then we will see each other very soon again. Bye! Oké, we zijn de meest vrolijke personen van de wereld.
De zon breekt ook door.
De zon breekt door, ik sta maar van de helft op en dat is eigenlijk ook wel goed. Voilà. So, hello everyone and welcome here in this video, and actually also living room, of course. Let me do that right away again, because otherwise I get only shit at the computer from Laurens. So I can cut this because it's totally boring and... Okay,